Welcome back to the universe of power. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the power universe. Throughout the years, there have been many unsolved questions and mysteries surrounding Ghost. In today's video, I will be breaking down what exactly some of these mysteries are. And later on in the video, I will highlight an answer that we recently got that gives us more clarity on some of the issues behind the scenes of Power. Ever since the beginning of Power from Season 1 to Season 6, there has always been one glaring detail that I feel has been overlooked. For a main character like Ghost, who we have seen evolve throughout the OG Power series, one noticeable thing is that through 6 seasons of Power we were only introduced to one person in Ghost's family. Uncle Gabe. I find that odd, due to the fact that Ghost was the main character in the series. For someone that was as accessible and easy to find like Ghost, you would think that someone from Ghost's side of the family would have popped up at Club Truth at some point during the 6 seasons of the series. Especially after Ghost was on live television with Councilman Tate, speaking about the Queen's Child Project. Or even after it was announced in the news that Ghost would be running for Lieutenant Governor. Surely someone within Ghost's family would have been aware of him being a public figure and would have wanted to congratulate him on his success. But that never happened. We never really got a full backstory on the relationship between Ghost and both of his parents' side of the family. Now we can only guess that after the death of his father, some people within his family might have felt like Ghost was partly responsible for his father's death. And it's possible that they didn't want anything to do with Ghost after he started running with Kanan and Tommy in the streets of the South Side. Speaking of Ghost's father, we never really got the full story behind his death. We saw Uncle Gabe tell Ghost that he told his father to pay those drug dealers to leave them alone and to not report them to the police. But instead he did, and that's what got him killed. The main question surrounding all of this is, did Ghost really know the real reason behind the death of his father? Let me explain. Kanan was on a mission to take over the south side of Queens and get Breeze out of the way. I suspect that Kanan started to envy the mentorship between Breeze and a young Ghost after Kanan introduced them to each other. And Kanan probably saw how Breeze started to take Ghost under his wing and teach him certain things. So what I believe could have happened was Kanan probably sent over some younger kids from the block to threaten and extort Ghost's father Curtis at the bar, and once Ghost's father decided to not give them the money, and after he reported them to the police, I believe that this led to Kanan giving the kids the order to kill Ghost's father. And from here I believe that Kanan could have possibly told Ghost that Breeze ordered the hit on his father. Which would explain why Ghost ultimately killed Breeze. But I believe that this may have not been the only lie that Kanan told Ghost about Breeze. From what we already know, Breeze got in the way of Ghost's future, and in Ghost's own words, Breeze was about to get them all killed. But the main question we still haven't gotten an answer to is, what exactly did Breeze want Ghost and Tommy to do? And how exactly was Breeze getting in the way of Ghost's future? Here's what I think may have been the case. Ghost likely wanted to get up from under Breeze's wing and be the boss of his own operation with Tommy. But Breeze likely refused to let Ghost and Tommy leave because they were making him too much money. And once Ghost gave Breeze one final chance to allow him and Tommy to leave, Breeze likely stood his ground. And this led to Ghost and Tommy killing Breeze. But the twist in this entire situation could be that Kanan manipulated Ghost and Tommy by promising them their own separate operation if they killed Breeze. But Kanan likely went back on his word and continued to have Ghost and Tommy working with him. In my opinion, Ghost probably had a vision for himself and Tommy to be at the top of the drug game on the south side. Ghost likely saw a pathway to more money and more power that Kanan didn't have the vision to see. And judging from Ghost and Tasha's conversation about Kanan, it seems like Kanan was a threat to everyone and was terrorizing the streets. And I believe that as time passed by, Ghost started to realize that Kanan only wanted him to kill Breeze so that he could be the head person in charge over everything. Which ultimately led to Ghost and Tasha setting Kanan up to go to prison. There's obviously some other sort of backstory behind Tasha's hate that she had for Kanan, which we will probably see in Origins. An even bigger mystery surrounding the backstory of Ghost is what exactly happened to his mother. And why was she only mentioned once in Season 2 of Power? From what we already know, Ghost's mother was a nurse, but other than that, her backstory doesn't really consist of anything else. My guess is that Ghost's mother ended up leaving after Ghost's father became an alcoholic. But the question is, could she still be alive in current time within the Power universe? And more importantly, did Ghost try to locate his mother once he became an adult? Now I know that there are some that have completely given up on Ghost being alive. But what if Ghost was able to find his mother at some point in time, and he ended up going to stay with her after pulling off everything that he did in the finale of Power? What if attorney Daniel Warren was somehow tied to Ghost's mother's side of the family? Now it's just a theory, but with attorney Daniel Warren just suddenly appearing in the final episode of Power after Ghost's supposed death, it makes you wonder exactly how long Ghost knew him. Moving on, recently we finally got confirmation to a theory that I have mentioned numerous times on my channel. 50 Cent did an interview recently where he further explained his comment about Ghost originally being written to die in Season 2 during the fight with Kanan.
Where my character died in Power was where Courtney wanted to kill Omari. She had been wrote the theme Ghost Must Die, and she was, because she had got upset because look, actually the showrunners are not supposed to talk to the actual talent when they're on set and in character. She was giving them a note, like while they were filming,
right? And
he like he went off at her, and she just hated him. She just wanted to get rid of him, like, because she was like, well, something big has to happen. I was like, knock me up.
As you just heard, Courtney Kemp and Omari Hardwick's relationship took a rocky turn after she left him a note while they were in the middle of filming. And this caused for Omari to go off on Courtney Kemp, which led to her wanting to write Ghost's character off early out of spite. I believe that this explains my theory that I gave in Ghost Town about why the final 5 episodes were written the way that they were. I stated how I believed that it was Courtney Kemp's idea to kill Ghost in the finale of Power, but Starz Network wanted the script to be written in a way where they could bring Ghost back if they were ever to come to an agreement with Omari Hardwick. After this shocking revelation from 50 about Courtney and Omari, it makes me believe even more that Omari returning to Power has less to do with money and more to do with him not wanting to work with Courtney Kemp. I believe that when Starz reached out to Omari last year to return to Power, he not only wanted more money per episode to return, but he also wanted them to cut ties with Courtney Kemp completely. While she may have not been the showrunner anymore for Book 2, Courtney Kemp was still overseeing everything behind the scenes. And I believe that this is the main reason why Omari and Starz have not been able to reach a deal to this day. But like I always say, even if Omari ever does reach a deal with Starz to return, we would never know until we actually see him on screen. Even more recently, Omari did an interview where he was directly asked whether or not we will ever see Ghost return to Power.
I see a ton of spin-offs going on in that universe. Will we ever see you as Ghost in any shape or form?
Yeah.
Okay.
You will, Maddie. And I'm providing myself with the permission to, if it not be shown and or seen on anything related to Starz and or in that world where Curtis and Courtney threw this incredible lob for me and the rest of the team, you definitely will see the character in some form, fashion, or format.
As you just saw, this was the most direct answer that Omari has given so far when asked about returning to Power. I think that he has seen how much the fans have wanted him to return over the years, and I believe that it's very much possible that Omari is willing to come down on his price to return to Power. Now, whether Omari and Starz have reached a deal already or will reach a deal in the future, I believe that this latest interview from Omari brings a new light to the possibilities of Ghost returning. Maybe Joseph Sikora was onto something a few months back when he said that we could see Ghost in force. But we have to just wait and see. What do you think about the situation between Omari and Courtney Kemp? What's your opinion on Ghost's final moments after learning this new information about the behind-the-scenes issues? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power Universe. See you all next time in the Universe of Power.